the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Check 56. 65.
12.
65. Slam. Wide. Get wide. 36. Shift. 11. Set hunt.
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Slam.
11. I got you.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
11. Hey, zoom.
Garoppolo now. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
And the Panther first down.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Watch QB drop.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
At the Bucs' 48-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 52.
Check. SOS.
White.
SOS.
I got you.
Check.
Go ahead.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Check 31. Hey, check 24. Check 3.
Switch 21.
Switch it. No.
Hey, gun.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Let's get it.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
3.5 to go, first quarter.
Watch 54. Watch the screen. Pass. Joker. Kill.
One.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
This is Gordon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got him. Kill.
One.
Switch. Shift. Watch the shift.
Now a give, right side. Swift. Oh, he goes up top. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
U18.
54 miles.
One. Come on, boy.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Right here. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 49.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
One. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. These two teams all tied after one.
Score tied 7-7. Set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Take it, take it.
3.
Mike 5-4.
Now Mariota. This is Gordon on the dump off. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Tight dog.
On first down, Swift. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Here I come. Right there, 54.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field. That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9
you want.
picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Where are they, team?
Spons. No. Big Ed. Check 9.
Where are they, good?
Here's Gordon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 35-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Mariota, he'll take a shot, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. In for the score, and the Bucs have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
56 to Mott, boy, 56.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Carolina.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Haywood. 21. Here we go. I got this.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Switch.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Switch gears.
From the 41, Garoppolo. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Mack, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the Buccaneers' 33-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, gun. Hey, wahoo!
56.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. 180. Six. You don't see me in your nightmare, son. Hey, let's go. I got you.
56. Check 56. All right, G, let's go. All right, G.
Big 12, fellas. Here we go.
56 is the mic. Come off the ball. Play 56.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This goes to Mack on the check down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
Hey, gun.
35's the mic. Hey, pick your game up.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check 24. Check 24.
Now Gordon. Nifty move. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Back's mine. One. 54 is mine.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football.
He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
Here we go. 180. 2. Black.
Throwing on second down. Garoppolo. And Diggs has it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies and try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossen.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Right. Round 18. 3. No such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Drew Kaiser now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
At the 18-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Garoppolo. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha! Hey, gun!
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Blue 18!
54! Mike 54! Bound to lose one.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mariota, he'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Blue 18! One!
Get your swarm on! Right there, 54.
3rd and long here for Mariota. He's going to let one go, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. He was looking for Parker that time. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Kill.
21.
Hey,
Go!
Mike's 56!
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Tighten up.
21, 21.
56. Check 56. Watch the screen.
They'll run here with Mack. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I got this. Hey, high 7.
35.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He completes this one to Mack. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Alert 3.
One, Omaha.
Here's Mack on the toss. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Hey, gun.
Hey, 4 down.
12.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
All day, baby, all day.
From the 38, Garoppolo. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
65.
Now a run with Mack. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 180.
Garoppolo looks to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
I got this. 21.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Cloud.
They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Where are they, team?
Watch the twins.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Check 13.
Showing up. Watch out.
3.
This is Gordon as they go to him again.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Man up,
To throw Mariota. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. And you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Mike 56. Mike 56. In your face.
65.
They'll go again here with Matt. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. so they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
11. Hey, gun.
Motion out the backfield.
Bravo.
Mike 35.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Wait. Hey, Delta.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he finds the tight end, Reed. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Let's go. 56 to Mike. 56.
Five.
Check pass. Mike 56. Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he's able to find Diggs. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
Garoppolo now. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
They do tack on the extra point as well, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. On the read option, it's Mariota. Got some room at the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there on the option. 69 yards. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
On 1st down, it's Gordon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon.
I got you, boy.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here from Melvin Gordon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final try now for Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Buccaneers, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Carolina, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.